Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports. We're here at Van Horn High School volleyball practice. Who do we have here?
This is Nyala Bulock, Coach Bullock.
Hey, Coach, tell our audience a little bit about yourself. How long you been coaching here, and how long you been coaching volleyball in general?
I've been coaching here at Van Horn for 3 years. I've been coaching volleyball for about 10 years now, at many different levels.
So talk to them about that. I want them to know
You want to know?
who, what, and where.
Okay, so 3 years here again at Van Horn as the head coach. Prior to that, I was a junior varsity coach for St. Teresa's Academy, and then I moved into a couple years at Central Academy Excellence as a head coach there as well as assistant. I did some club coaching for
club?
Greyhounds Club as well as Starlings Club, and then in Oklahoma City, I coached with North Stars Club as well.
Did you play volleyball?
I did. Want me to talk
to
about
him
that
about
too?
that, yeah.
Okay, so I played at Park University, which is in Parkville, Missouri. I was a right side hitter there, and that's where I received a scholarship to play volleyball from Central High School.
All right.
I'm not going to tell the years I came out, but go Eagles.
All right. Hey, that's what's up.
No, I'll tell the years because I'm very proud of it. I came out in '99. Very excited about that. I was a multi-sport athlete.
What did you track?
I did track.
All right.
I did fencing. I did cheerleading. I did marching band.
All
If you
right.
want, I consider marching band a sport. So
All
yes.
right. All right.
yeah.
Activity.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's it been like here for you at Van Horn? Let's go from your first year here, and what kind of team and building the dynasty.
I love that. Well, I couldn't have done it. Definitely, I have a wonderful assistant coach here. Her name is Jackie Becker. I know she'll introduce herself
Yeah,
here
we gonna
over
get
time.
on
Oh, get to
Jackie.
it, Jay. Want to get on Jackie? Okay.
Yeah, we got
so,
her covered like a blanket.
The first year I came in, it was the focus of just letting them understand what volleyball is all about, trusting in themselves, that they are able to adapt and grasp the information that's being taught to them. So it wasn't about.
How hard is it? I'm saying with student participation when you have a small student body trying to get the athletes to come out. How is that? And you building your team. That's what I'm saying.
So it kind of went backwards for us, if you want to say, and I think in a positive manner. So it was, we had a great turnout my first year. We had about 50 young ladies that had interest in playing volleyball. I think over time, as we started to become a more competitive team and seeking for some strong athletic results, both on and off the court, it kind of dwindled down to you starting to see.
Because you start getting serious
you start
now.
getting a little serious
Yeah.
now, yeah. And the athletes are understanding that, and they're
that means
taking
more
that.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And commitment.
Yeah, exactly. And just what we want is from coaches, and they're getting that. And so sometimes that can be a little tough for some people. But so we have went down in numbers, but we have quality, and I appreciate that.
Your next year.
Next year we stayed about the same, but then now you're starting to see the girls' lights go off. With understanding the system, understanding what we want as a team, as a program. So with that, you start to really like, okay, now what else can I give them? What more can we pour into them? And now we're having a coach on board that is taking little by little steps with them. I call it just growing them as young ladies and
building their skill set as not just in sports, their life skills.
Life skills, yeah, and that's an important thing. That was probably one of my things that I really talked about to all the coaches, is that we're not only teaching them volleyball, we're teaching them just life, how to handle relationships, difficult situations,
right.
yeah. Things that we may look at and go, oh, we've been there, done that, but for them, it's a struggle.
That's what I asked a couple of them in the interviews. What kind of struggle is?
This is brought to you by Dollars for You, fundraising you can trust. www.dollarsforyou.com.
Role that they're going to play. You're going to be, and we're reading about that. Last year we read a book called Mind Gym, and it was just the mindset of what you are and how you're going to contribute to the team, and they understanding their roles. It's hard for them to understand it, but we ask them what that role is, and can you live up to that role? You know, our job is to coach you, mentor you, and challenge you as a coach to be a better athlete. Your job is to accept that, hopefully, and then are you going to be a cleaner? Are you that warrior? Are you that person that's going to lead? Are you that transformational person? Are you that game changer? What are you, so you understand your role on how you're going to do it?
All right, with Cascade Sports being home and a student athlete, how important is your educational program, and what do you talk to your girls about their education?
Academics is first, and priority. Definitely, we make sure that our girls are excelling in the classroom. We provide tutors for them. We provide time for them to make sure that that's being taken care of, and they do not hit the court unless they are above a certain grade point average. And it's not just by MISHA guidelines and rules, but it's making sure that we are setting a presence. We go higher than that. You have to maintain a 2.7 GPA in order to stay in this program.
Excellent.
And so, it's a little higher than what is required, but our girls are
You
meeting
want
the
to be
challenge.
putting out, as I say, Cascade Sports is home of the student athlete, not
Exactly.
the athlete.
Yeah.
You're putting out student athletes,
Yes.
not just athletic talent.
Exactly.
Would you like to give a shout out?
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my mom.
They don't know who she is.
Her name is Freddie Mae.
And Freddie Mae, baby girl, shouting out to you.
Yes, to my husband, Leonard Bullock. He's an amazing gentleman. And he's also a coach here at Van Horn High School. He coaches the DBs for the football
Excellent.
program.
We'll be getting with them.
Yeah, definitely. And my lovely children, Zoe and Ivy, they rock out.
Zoe, especially because my granddaughter, my great grand is Zoe.
Hey, how old is she?
3.
3. Okay, 8 and 4. So,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, who we have here? Come on over here with me.
I'm Jackie Becker.
You know the drill. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
I graduated from William Chrisman in 2013 and then went up to Northwest Missouri State to play volleyball up there, and then came
What was
here.
that like? Run it down to them. They don't know.
It was fun. Came over to Chrisman my junior year from Blue Springs South,
All right.
and really enjoyed
What
being
positions were you playing?
there. Middle.
Middle. All
Oh,
right.
straight up middle.
Yeah. And what was happening up there in Maryville?
Maryville, we were changing a culture.
Yeah, my nephew graduated from there. He went to Rockhurst, played tennis there, and went to Maryville. They got an excellent academic program.
Oh yeah, it's top notch, and it's competitive, and
What is they see? I followed their football every now and then. What was their volleyball like?
volleyball, when I was there, we were growing. We
Growing.
were changing culture very much like we're doing now.
What kind of athletes were they recruiting? Were they recruiting athletes from the local area, or were they?
Both. We were recruiting. My class alone had girls from, obviously me from Kansas City, a girl from Boulder, Colorado,
Come on over here in the frame.
a girl from Omaha, and then a girl from Overland Park. So mostly Midwest, but we pull them in from Texas, California.
What do you add to this coaching staff, and what do you add to the team?
I think I add experience from a Division II level, a mindset of growing a culture, one that's very similar to Coach Bullock.
How important is that mindset?
Very. When working with our girls, changing culture is never easy. It comes with its growing pains. It comes with new expectations that a lot of girls aren't used to. So just having that mentality of we're going to change this and you're going to come along with us.
That's a difficult situation in 2019 with all the distractions and so forth. And a lot of times they don't understand. They think they know, but they don't know. And I'm wondering, I've been out of coaching for a long time, how you have to have the patience of Job.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of patience, and it takes kind of bringing the girls back into their roots and their home, and understanding that when we're here, our mindset is here. It's not outside the gym. What's going on in school? What's going on with my friend or my significant other, or who not? It's when we're here, and this is what we're focusing on.
What are you looking to get out of your kids the rest of the season?
The rest of the season, just continuing to grow as athletes, but also as young ladies, as well as walking into every game with the mentality that they're going to be able to compete and take games from people.
For both of you coaches, how important is it to have a good administration behind your program?
It is probably one of the most crucial and important ingredients in having a successful program. because when you have the support behind you, you can do amazing things. And that is something that we do have. We have an amazing administration, starting from our athletic department with Coach Corey all the way up to our principal. And all the principals, I'm going to say that. But everyone is in support of what we're doing. They see it changing. They see it as the young ladies are in the hallways, in the classrooms, and definitely out here on the court. It's a whole different Van Horn volleyball program.
What you got to say about that?
Same thing as Coach Bullock. Having that administration support behind us helps us to do so many things with our girls in regards to different activities we want to do with them that instill volleyball skills, but also team building and building them up as young ladies. So,
with a program like this, how important is it, and do you think your student body really understands how important it is for them to come to the games, that they can be the difference between a win and a loss?
Oh, yes, and we have started to see that, especially this year, where we're getting the football programs out there, and not even just the athletic support, but they're starting to tell their buddies that are not into sports, hey, come and support us, and they did that. We're back at home this week with some matches, and so we're telling them, make sure you get your family out.
Remember what I said earlier about Cascade Sports? We need the support.
Yeah.
And that's why I know it's very crucial, especially when you're playing close games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. It is. And we were talking about this weekend. We were down at William Chrisman playing a William Chrisman tournament, and how it is so important to see a loved one in the stand, a friend, your best friend, your whomever that may be, in the stands supporting you. They may not be saying anything, but they're there, and they're there for you, and that can change their confidence. Okay, now I'm playing for a purpose.
Yeah.
It may not be for the girls that's on the floor with them. They're just like, oh my gosh, my mom showed up. My best friend is here supporting me. Now I can really do what I need. I can do my thing. Yeah. So.
Hey, coaches, it's a pleasure having you on the show, and we look forward to covering one of your games.
Well, you had the opportunity this week. I want to shout it out. We play. Yes.
All right.
Yes. So
Tell
we
them
play.
where you playing.
So we're
what
at
time
home.
And all of that.
Definitely, we're at home this week. We start out on Tuesday, tomorrow against Summit Christian. Summit Christian, 4:30 and 5:30 at home, and then we go into William Chrisman as well at home, 4, 5, and 6, and then we are playing down in the city at the IL Spike Fest, and that will start 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday.
Excellent. You shouting out?
yeah, I'll do a shout out to my mom, Deb, and my dad, Mike.
They don't know who they are. Give some last names. FBI, CIA, not looking for them.
Deb and Mike Becker. Mike Becker, principal at Chrisman, so some people know him.
Hey, Beckers, baby girl shouting out at you. I'll be over to Chrisman, holla at your basketball team. Pleasure having you on the show, and we look forward to covering one of your games.
This is brought to you by Dollars for You, fundraising you can trust. www.dollarsforyou.com.